Hi everyone, Cable Asker here. I've just watched a video on YouTube of somebody sharpening a chainsaw and making a complete hash of it. So I just thought I'd put one on, show how it's done. My job basically is felling trees, and I'm a tree climber as well. I'm going to show how it's done properly. Guy I probably watched, probably been shown the wrong way, so I'm going to show you how to do it. So basically, just let me show you some things. Each chain is a different size, or no, I shouldn't say that really. Chains are different sizes basically. So this chain on this small one here, okay, is a 4mm. I think that's 5/30 seconds in American money. This one's a 3/8. Now that chain's nearly at the end of its life. If you look on the top of the chains, this one's not got them on for some reason, but a lot of them do. There's a little mark here. That mark's called the witness mark. When you start getting towards that, stop using that chain, get a new one, put it on. They're no good. This is a 4mm on the top handle one as well. Top handle ones, by the way, in the UK, you can only purchase and use these if you've got a license, that's chainsaw license, to use them. Don't use them on the ground. They're very, very dangerous on the ground. Simple reason is they're one-handed operation chains, and the kickback on them, if you get them, no good. Right, when you're sharpening, specific angle. Make sure you follow the specific angle. I'll show you that in a minute. Your depth gauge here is important as well. That has to be filed. I'll show you how you do that. Not too high, not too low. If you take it too high, you don't get a proper chisel action. It doesn't get a proper nice cut on the wood. If you take it too low, the chain grabs a lot. So if your chain's grabbing at the tree, that's because you filed this little fella down too much. If it's not cutting proper nice strips off, you've not filed it down enough. Now I'm going to show you how to do it. This is how I do it in the field, by the way. Most guys you'll watch on YouTube will be doing it in clamps. That's good if you're working at home and what have you, but if you're out in the field like us fallers do, then this is how we do it. So I'll just pass my camera back to my lovely daughter who's helping me out here. Right, come this way. So if you're in the field, one of these fellas is handy. It's a clamp, basically. Hammer. You're probably going to have one of these about, look down there, because you've probably chopped one down. Okay, clamp, belt it in, chainsaw. A little bit of advice as well: if you've just used your chainsaw, this is obviously not for the professionals because they'll know this. This is for the amateurs who I'm doing this for. Don't sharpen your chain and strip it down and clean it, because you've got a bloody sharp chain then. Strip it down, clean it, put your chain on, then sharpen it. Right, like I was saying, there's different files. 3/8 files. These are 4mm. Okay? 4mm files. Now I don't use a guide because I'm pretty experienced at doing it. But if you're not, and you've not done it before, or you're fairly new to it, guides come with these things. They're put in there for a reason. So use them. You get your correct angle. Okay? Just clamp in like that. 4mm file. Now if you look on these, they all come on, even on the still one. If you look, it tells you the angles. Okay? 30 degrees. If you look on your chain packet that you buy, it tells you all the angles that you need. Alright? All your details come on the still stuff. Even if you don't buy a still chain, see, I've got like different chains. The Carlton chain still has all the angles on it that you need. Okay, simple as. Get your file. It's 30 degrees. Match your 30 degrees up. Make sure your brake's on so your chain doesn't slide about. Match that. Come down this way so you can get close. That flat angle there of the bar matches the 30 degrees there. Okay, go. Oh, that should tighten up. Might help. I'm a bit stupid there, don't I? 30 degrees. file. Don't file back. A file only sharpens in one direction. Okay? File. File. Right? You get a little burr there. Knock that little burr off, because if you don't knock the burr off, when it goes through the tree the first time, snaps off, it just damages the chisel face a little bit. So you just get your edge just stays on a little bit longer. File. 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 Now I'm doing this slow. I do it a lot quicker than this in the field. Okay? And you can tell when you're doing it properly, because you get your whole face of the chisel is nice and shiny. Right? When you've done the whole chain, both sides, take it out, flip it around, whatever you want to do. Okay, as long as you do that, then, okay, you've got to take your depth gauge down, right? Now, come with, that's a still one, depth gauge. Okay, this is a different one, this is an Oregon depth gauge. Now, you can do it like that, but you might slip sideways, and then you've just damaged the chisel face that you've just sharpened. Stick that on there. There's your depth gauge, stick it across. A little bit closer, I'll show you. See, it sticks out a little bit, it sticks proud, right? Get your file, that stops you damaging your chisel face, and just go. Just take it down, put it on. Same again. Now don't go too close to the edge, because it rocks, okay? Keep it back here, right? And it's as easy as that. Do the whole chain, do it that way, and you'll have a perfect chain. That's all you need to do to look after your chain. As for the tightness of the chain, on these saws, you see it's got these little, these are on the smaller saws now, okay? And that's a bit slack, okay? But that's the problem with these new ones, you can't really tighten them up. Get it tight. You see guys with really slack chains on, really slack chains, no good at all. There is a little test that you can do. I've not got my chainsaw gloves, so it's a bit silly doing this because that chain of mine's razor sharp. But if you get it on there, you should just be able to move the chain and pull it a little bit. That's how you know your chain is at the right tension. See how it slips and just pulls it a little bit, the chain? The chainsaw moves, but the chain moves as well. You can usually tell if that's the right height. It needs to just lift up a little bit. Probably going to get comments of other chainsaw guys from around the world going, I like mine loose and I like mine really tight. You also be able to tell with experience if your chain's too tight. You can tell by the engine rev. It revs, doesn't rev right. You can hear it straining to try and get the chain round. Okay, you'll learn that as you get on with a bit more experience. If you have your chain too loose, it'll just fly off. It literally will just come off. Okay, then you've got to take it all down. On these it's really quick. On these guys it's a pain in the backside. You know, well it's not, it's really quick if you know what you're doing. Just whip these off, your chain tension is in there. Some of the older saws have the chain tension in there. Okay, you take all your side off. You need to slacken your tensioner off. Right, slacken it off, take it off. Chain back on the cog. Back on, tighten her up. That's it. See, that's a bit loose, but we just use this today as well, so that's been on a big job. And that's the other one. Okay, same thing. One nut, chain tensioner in there. Alright, if anybody's got any questions or anybody wants to say I did it wrong, please feel free. But I've been cutting trees down for years, so, and it always works. Thanks very much. Cheers.